think so.
Why are you scared of looking at yourself, dude?
Flip it back.
All right.
I ain't scared.
All right.
You just want me to make sure that it goes on? God damn. I'm just so fucking handsome.
No, dude, I want you to face your fears, dude.
I can't not flex when I look at myself.
Just take a glance every once in a while, dude, you know?
Just to
Just
know I'm
remind
there.
yourself, man. That's important, dude, to like remind yourself like what you actually look like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What do you think you look like?
Like retarded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah. Sometimes I have to go to like Target or something to remind myself.
That you're retarded?
Yeah.
How did that, what about Target will make you?
Just those the fitting rooms, man. They got like the 4-angle mirrors.
Yeah.
See all angles of your body, dude. It's like holy shit.
It's interesting when you see that you're retarded from 4 different angles.
Yeah, dude. Seeing yourself from the side or the back, man, it's crazy, bro.
Is there any angle where you think you don't look retarded?
Maybe like head on. Straight up, yeah.
I would say that's where you're nailing it.
Really?
You think your shoulders look retarded?
Well, I think the side of my head, if you see me from the side, it's like, holy shit.
Let me see the side.
It's
It
wild,
is
bro.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's almost indent. You look like your bulldog a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
You got a bulldog face. Like you
Yeah.
look, I met your dog. Very similar.
You think so?
I think I look, depending on the angle,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
You look like a fucking AutoZone manager, dude.
is that what you're feeling? At least I'm a manager. You know, I could be just working there.
But then when you speak, it's like confusing, you know what I mean? Because you don't sound like an AutoZone manager.
Yeah.
You sound like a fucking librarian, dude.
Is that intelligent or gay?
A little bit of both.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like you'd be like a nice convo. A good sit down talk.
Yeah.
Like if I saw you at the library, I'd probably chat it up with you.
Nice.
But you're
dude.
getting pussy though, dude. So that's why it's confusing. You know what I'm saying?
So you think, okay, so I'm a guy that looks like he works at AutoZone, talks like he's a librarian who gets pussy.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool, dude,
That's
right
pretty
there.
sick. That's why I'm saying you should look at yourself, dude. Remind yourself what's up.
And you are just a guy that looks retarded who never gets pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much
that's
it.
it.
I'm trying to think
Come on, dude.
who's unemployed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got to look and remind myself that.
I don't think you look as retarded as you think. I'm not trying to be like take it back a little bit, but okay, when you do this,
Yeah.
you look like you bend metal rods for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
See, there
you
you
would
go.
just
There's
be.
like the one positive thing, you know?
That'd be yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fucking sick, dude. Yeah, I do have like some sort of retard strength. I think
Yeah.
I drank a lot of milk when I was younger.
Nice.
And
Whole
milk.
milk,
2%.
100%.
Yeah.
Raw milk.
I just went to like a cow field, dude, and started sucking them off.
Yeah, they're dicks.
You think there's dudes who do that?
Try to get milk through a cow's cock.
Like they just hop fences to get on in the field,
Yeah,
start fucking sucking cows off?
yeah, I do.
Yeah, me
that
too,
happens.
man.
I think that happens a lot, way more than people are talking about.
Yeah.
RFK,
I
I
could see
think
you doing that, dude.
I'd have to turn my hat backwards. So. It's like-
Dude, 'cause,
I don't know, dude. It's I would do it other than that. There's like little hairs, I think, on the nipples of a cow that just don't do it for me.
How do you know that?
Huh? I've studied
Because
it.
you're out there, man.
Yeah,
Taking pictures and shit.
it's yeah, that's their whole thing now. Raw milk.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people want.
That's what I heard on the street, bro.
Yeah, not pasteurized.
Dude, I used to get fucking stoned as shit, and I would like drive around
Uh-huh.
like this reservoir or whatever. And one time we got stoned, and we like my friend parked his car at this like farm, like in the field and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, we got so fucking stoned. We drove around, we listened to like fucking AC/DC, man, having the time of our life. And I was like, all right, man, like I'm gonna drop you back off. So we like pull into the field that he parked in. There's a dude just standing next to his car, and he's literally like, he looks like this. He's just like, dude, we're high as fuck.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like,
And you're in a field, like you're not meant to see anyone out there. Yeah, that's the scariest thing. Yeah, so
dude, so we pull up,
yeah,
and we're like, hey, how you doing, man? And he goes, what are you guys doing? We were like, oh, we're just hanging out. Just two dudes hanging out. And he was like, are you fucking with my animals? And we were like, dude, because we were so high, we were trying to laugh. He was like, yeah, like some dude's been like fucking with my animals and shit. And we were like, nah, man, it's not us, bro. and it was just like, it was so scary, dude.
Yeah.
You know? But
Yeah, that dude's
like,
definitely
that's
packing.
a common thing. Like, dudes are out there just like finger banging cows, sucking on their tits and shit.
Yeah, it'd be amazing if he was like, "Are you sucking my cow's tits?"
Yeah, and you're just high as fuck.
And you're like, "Yeah, I am." Actually, if they didn't have hair on their nipples, I would. Actually, if your cows, if you shaved their tits a little bit, yeah, I'd be.
Yeah.
There's something about doing that to a guy like that where he would be like something so out of left field,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, it would be funny to say that, but he was like next to my friend's car. Mm-hmm. So it's like, where can we go? You know what I mean?
That
like
guy's definitely got a gun.
Yeah. Because like if his car wasn't there and we were just hanging out in the field, it'd be funny to be like, nah, but I'm sucking on your fucking mom's tits.
Yeah.
And then you peel out and shit.
I'd be in a Trans Am. Yeah, it'd be fucking dope. Just doing fucking circles around them.
Yeah, just pop the clutch, dude.
Nah, I'd be so scared. I'm so afraid anytime I'm like in a field. Like if I just see like, because that dude ain't afraid. So if he ain't afraid of that, but you know what? A guy like that would be a pussy in the city. You put that dude in Times Square, he'd be like, I got to get back to my animals.
You
Fucking
think so?
bitch. Yeah,
He'd
dude.
probably be dropping N-bombs.
Oh, for sure.
For sure, yeah.
Like, get me back to the train.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Give it back to God. Give it back to God's country, dude.
Yeah,
That's what
dude.
they say. That's
Yeah,
what they call
Morgan
it.
Wallen said.
Yeah, it was like a really small farm though, dude. So it wasn't like a
Were you just
Pennsylvania
were you high and you're just in a dude's backyard in Queens?
who just happens to have like one goat.
Yeah. It's fucking good weed, dude. I'm fucking we used to what we would do is one, we would cow tip, but I never had the balls to do it.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
They don't pass away though, do they?
No.
You just got to bring them back up.
I think, it was in Florida and it was at nighttime. I never waited around to see if the cow got back up.
Yeah.
I assume.
That's well, there's actually a theory that cow tipping doesn't exist
Why?
because they're so heavy. Like, how would you tip them over?
That's a good point. You're calling out my bullshit. I'm going to be honest. My buddy just said he did it. I
You
never.
think he's lying?
You know what? He might have been lying. This really changed the way I look at a friend for years. I thought he was cool as fuck. He's just going out in the dark and coming back and going, I fucking.
Dude, you got to give him a call, man. Be like, yo, remember that time you said you were cow tipping?
There was that. We didn't have a flashlight. There was no phone to show it.
He was probably just talking game.
He probably just went out there, talked to
dude,
it.
think
He probably
about-
sucked its nipples, came back.
Yeah. Have you ever been up close to a cow, dude?
They're huge.
Yeah, dude.
Huge.
Imagine tipping that thing over.
That's a good point. God, that changed completely how I look at Rusty.
Plus, I'm trying to think, like, how would they get him back up? They need, like, a fucking crane, dude.
Well, I think a cow can lay down and come back up.
I mean, dude, if I put my dog on its back, dude, it's going to pass away. Like, it can't even get back up. So imagine a cow.
Yeah, but people think horses are dead when they're laying down. They'll get up. A cow lays down.
That would be so sad, man, to kill a cow.
Yeah, now I'm getting sad.
Yeah. But at the time, it sounded cool.
It sounded so fucking cool.
Yeah.
When you're young,
You think he got pussy from saying that?
did he? Yeah, he got way more pussy than I did.
For just, like, pretending to cow tip?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just being that guy. Damn, he got a lot of pussy. I didn't get any pussy in high school.
Really? I mean, you kind of look like a fucking...
Fuckboy, AutoZone bitch.
No, dude, you look like a washed-up athlete.
Ah, dude, I was an athlete at one point.
Yeah.
I love your digs there's a compliment in there.
Yeah, a lot of truth in him.
Yeah. I'm 45 now. If I still looked athletic, it'd be, I don't know. I sometimes think you get to an age, you don't want to look overly athletic. It starts looking weird. Then your face doesn't match your body.
No, I just feel like if, like, you had to defend yourself, you'd start jaying dudes off.
Oh, jaying them?
Yeah.
Jerking
you do
'em?
whatever it takes.
I mean, I've sucked a few cocks to get out of,
Like a parking ticket.
Yeah. And then I fought the guy.
I mean, you'd have to kill him at that point. Wait, so, like, how washed up are... Because you get kind of sad, right? Because you... just looking at your Instagram, it sounds like it's over for you, but I feel like you still got that dog in you.
Yeah, I got a little dog in me. What, my
When does it
Instagram
come
looks
out?
sad?
Yeah, well, I feel like when you have someone on your pod, it's like your duty to, like, stalk their Instagram a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I know you're getting pussy, dude.
Yeah.
I know you got You kind of washed up a little bit.
Damn, you did your research.
Yeah. There's
So
like
wait,
10
so-
whole seconds of research, man.
Yeah. So what photo made you think I'm washed up?
Well, the washed up part's just like, I can just feel it right now. I can feel the energy, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And you kind of know when you see like a washed up athlete.
Damn. Like washed up in life or just athletic
No,
wise?
just like athletic wise.
Yeah. I mean, I've torn a few hamstrings sucking dudes' dicks. You know, it's hard. It's not easy, you know?
That would be sick if
I
like,
used to be able to suck dicks and run a 4.4.
really?
Yeah.
Like during?
Yeah.
That's what
They
got,
lined up the dicks. I just
yeah,
fucking,
that like activated your fast twitch muscles.
you know that receiver drill where they fucking catch
Yeah.
the ball while they're running? But
You
it's
were at
just
the-
dicks.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
no
They're
one's
like
hard. It's not like,
Oh, they're soft dicks
Yeah,
too?
it's all- yeah.
So it's even harder.
well, I'm just kissing them, to be
Yeah.
honest. Caught me in another lie. That's embarrassing.
Well, that would be sick if like you were about to run the 40 and everyone was like, hold on a sec. You know, you just like blow a dude, he
Yeah.
fucking blows the load. Then you run like a 4.4 into the wind.
Dude, I would love it if fucking you go into an NFL interview and they're like, so you can ask me some questions, and the coach is like, no, you're gonna suck Bill Belichick's dick. You know, it's like, yeah.
Well, it'd be even better if they were like, if you were at the combine,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Do you need anything?" And you were like, "Yeah, I need a dude." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can blow him.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
imagine how confused they would be.
Flipped it on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, so what do you like about our program? And it's like, well, I heard there's some good cocks here
Yeah.
for me to suck.
Some flaccid dicks out here, dude.
Yeah.
That would, I mean, dude, if you suck a dick and then run a 4.4 into the wind, like, no one's gonna care about the fact that you sucked a dick.
No, that would get you an extra 2.3 million. That's
Yeah,
signing
dude,
bonus.
they'd have to restructure the entire contract.
Yeah, but again, I'm a very straight man.
Yeah. Or you could be one of those dudes who's like straight to hide how gay he is.
Yeah, that's true. Comes all the way back around
Yeah,
to where
you
I'm
just start-
sucking my own dick.
Yeah, dude.
I
You
tried to
start-
help a buddy suck his dick one time.
Really?
Yeah,
Would
that's
you like
true.
break his ribs or something?
Pretty much. Yeah, I took a few ribs out.
Yeah.
You know.
Was it that was like his aspiration?
Yeah, he was a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you know, the kids that go through puberty earlier, and so
Yeah.
like they grow like a foot. Like one summer, they come back with a mustache and shit. He was that kid, and I had a little ass Jew dick, and I was a little boy. I was just
Yeah.
I was the same age actually. He wasn't older. I was same age, but he was just like he looked older. And we were at camp, and he's like, "Yo, bros, help me suck my own dick." This dude Rob.
Is that Jewish camp?
Yeah, it was at Jewish camp.
Oh shit.
You learned that in your research,
Yeah, no, I
or
know.
from my nose right in front of you.
No, I know Rob personally, dude.
Oh, yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah. It's Louis C.K. actually now, but so Rob goes, help me suck my dick, and me and my other buddy who also had no pubes, so we want to impress him because you want that dude to like you. So we each grabbed a leg and we're like, come on, get your fucking dick in your mouth.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was you and another guy?
Yeah, we're like, we got you, Rob, we got you. And he's like, come on, bros, get my dick in my mouth. It was like a very team effort.
How close do you get?
So I end up. He couldn't do it, so
Yeah.
I had to.
Yeah.
No, you know what? This is really gross, but this is the truth of the story.
Yeah.
We were getting there, and I felt like we were opening up some hip flexors for him to get his cock in his mouth, but he had shit stain
Oh man.
in his underwear, and we were just like, this is where we draw the
That's
line.
where you drew the line, dude?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be even gayer if it was like you holding both of his legs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Having another dude there makes
Yeah.
it way straighter.
For sure helps, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think that's the gayest thing you've ever done?
I wish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much up there. I think about if that was a gay experience, but I think it was just a couple kids doing a job, a couple factory workers.
Yeah, it is interesting when you're younger, like the gay shit you do, and it's not even gay.
Yeah.
Like you realize later on how gay it was.
Well, is it gay if you don't know it's gay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think you just find out after the fact that it was gay.
Yeah. And then you regret some things,
Yeah.
or you go, "This is who I am," and then you get a HBO
Yeah, if it becomes
special.
a habit, you're kind of just like, let's get it.
Look, I mean, it would be exhausting to live a lie. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, it's interesting when you told me that story about you and your buddy out at the field. The first thing I thought of was Brokeback Mountain was just two boys.
There's two dudes hanging out. There really is nothing like two dudes hanging out, though, dude.
I don't do it enough. I used
Yeah.
to. That was my whole life. You get to an age where, especially if you get married, God, I do miss that.
You miss the boys, man.
I forget how to talk to men. You know,
I feel like
I'm a
I
little
don't even
chatty
know.
Cathy now.
Yeah.
You know?
I talk about your feelings and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I get kind of chubbed up when I'm talking to dudes, man.
Chubbed up?
Yeah.
You chubbed up right now? Prove it.
Probably
Prove that
good,
you're
dude.
not.
Yeah, dude.
I'll suck your dick if it's flaccid.
Yeah. I just start cranking one out.
It's so funny. It's just a podcast with two dudes. And like,
I mean,
the
if we-
whole
if
point
we
of the
really,
podcast is like, are you hard, dude? Are you hard yet? Are you?
You just tell like a really serious, like emotional story, and I just start fucking jerking off, dude.
Yeah.
That would get a lot of views.
Dude, my grandma died. When my grandma died, dude, it was so sad, dude. Nothing? Dude, let me get a little sad. She died of cancer and a heart attack, and she had bad bones. Nothing? Damn. Yeah, it'd have to die. It can't be a grandma die. When a grandparent dies, I'm never that sad, you know, because they lived a life, you know. But if you tell me, like, I don't know, your dog died at 2, that would get you hard for sure.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, dude, like I remember I had this neighbor growing up, dude, and he had a fucking swimming pool, and his mom had some fucking cannons, bro. She looked like a fucking, just like a closeted lesbian, dude, who did like Rosetta Stone.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, dude, she was so fucking beautiful. And she's like one of those women who's like still beautiful to this day. Like,
Yeah.
she'll always be beautiful. And, dude, we used to like swim in his pool, and it was just me and him, like 13 years old or whatever.
Hell yeah.
And his mom would watch us and shit.
Wait,
and we
what?
would jump off.
Wait.
She would watch from, there was like a deck. So
Watch.
she'd be like,
Oh, I thought you said wash.
oh, no, I
I
wish.
was like, fuck. Yeah, I was hard as fuck.
Yeah.
I get hard for different reasons.
Oh, man. If you're getting washed in a pool, dude.
Tell me she got her head cut off. I'll get hard right now.
Yeah, dude.
No,
Holy shit.
so she's watching you.
Yeah, he had like a
What's
deck.
she wearing? Is she in a bikini as
She
well?
was like fully clothed.
Okay.
I never saw her in a bathing
so she's
suit.
by the pool.
But that was good enough.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't have to be in a bathing suit.
Yeah.
For you to get chubbed up, dude.
Yeah, leaves you want more.
But yeah, we would do like gay shit, dude. Like we would jump off his deck and we would show our dicks to each other midair.
Yeah,
So like
okay.
we would whip our dicks out midair and his mom would be watching and shit. And then we would go underwater and like flash our dicks at each other, dude.
And the mom would be watching this.
I don't
the
know,
whole-
man. I
the
don't
hot
know.
mom.
She probably was.
Dude, that's awesome.
I wonder if she was like finger banging herself to.
Probably. Depends how cool your jumps were, I guess. Were you doing like a cannonball?
I mean, I was fat as fuck, dude. Like I was packing.
She was dry, boy. She was definitely dry with your
Yeah.
fat ass.
Yeah, but
your
you know how
fat
gay that is,
retard
dude?
ass from
Yeah, just
4
like a
different-
fat retard jumping off a deck. Just showing off my fucking show, dude. I was like, yo, your mom's definitely hard.
Dude, my buddy, Kelly, his dad was Kelly Sr. He's since passed away. But nothing. Okay. He made like $30 million. Just inherited.
Mm-hmm.
And he did exactly what me and you would do with $30 million. He got a helicopter, he had a seaplane.
Yeah.
He made sure his son got nothing, you know?
Yeah.
He crashed his helicopter one time when he was fucked up. I swear to God, and he ran away and didn't get a DUI or a, what is it, HUI? I don't know.
I think
what a
it's just
helicopter.
fucking treason at that point, dude.
Yeah. He ran and got away with it. He just
Yeah.
ran away from a helicopter crash.
He survived the crash.
Yeah. Yeah.
So was he like landing or did he just fucking?
Yeah, I think he was just landing.
Yeah.
And he fucking turned it on its side and fucking
Yeah. Just dipped.
dipped. He would
Fuck.
fly his seaplane. We'd be on the dock. The motherfucker would it would almost hit our head, you know?
Yeah.
That's how low, and he'd be hammered, drinking a Jack and Coke in a fucking big ass cup, dude.
What was he listening to?
Old guys always had one or two dope cups, you know?
Yeah.
Usually plastic from like a biker bar in Daytona.
Yeah, from like the year one.
Yeah, yeah. The first time it ever opened,
Like those wooden fucking cups they used to drink in barns.
with just a big ass handle.
Yeah.
But it was probably one in plat, and he would just always be fucked up. But he would be like, he would tell his son, he's like, you gotta clean the fucking kitchen, and he'd make his son clean with a toothbrush. Meanwhile, this guy's rolling around on in a new Harley. He's parking his Harley in that He's like, make sure that living room floor is clean so my Harley.
Damn.
That's how cool he was.
Fucking legend, man.
He died in Puerto Rico fucking hookers.
How old was he when he passed?
17? No,
Really?
no. He was probably 65.
That's a fucking good way to go out, man.
I guess I tell this whole story to tell you that. So he would fly in Russian hookers all the time, like Russian brides. Mm-hmm. And we never really thought much of it. And but he was dating this penthouse woman, this woman that was in penthouse, and she would be by the pool in like a red bikini with the most giantest fake. Like where I'm from, there was no fake tits. I don't know. Maybe you're from a place with.
No, I grew up with real titties, man.
Real tits.
Yeah,
so when you
thing.
saw your first set of fake tits and you're 13 by the pool in a red thong bikini,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a music video, like a white snake coming to life.
Yeah.
And I just remember.
It's a good analogy, man.
Thanks, bro. That's my librarian in me.
Yeah, dude.
It's not fucking, and we would just watch her. I don't know. It just reminded me of that. Like, I didn't show her my dick, but I don't know. I'm just thinking about her.
Yeah.
Now, like
It's
it
crazy,
was
man, 'cause
crazy.
that stuff
Fake tits. Your first set of fake tits.
Yeah. And you think about it all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy how that stuff sticks with you, man.
I mean,
I'm still spanking at chicks who I was in love with, like, in high school, man, you know?
have they grown up? No,
I
but
don't
you
even
know what I
wanna-
mean. Like,
I don't
in
want to
your-
think about that, though.
Well, no, in your mind, are you spanking? Are you?
No, I'm going back in time, dude.
I don't know if that's a good thing, man.
Just getting nostalgic, dude, while I jerk off.
No, but I think if you're 29 and you're jerking off to your high school memories.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about me in high school. Yeah.
Okay, so you're not 29
Oh,
in your dream.
no.
Okay. I'm actually 43 in my dream. I'm even older.
You
than
thought I meant like I was walking into high school as a 29-year-old?
with a leather jacket on with your wooden cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, Julie, let's fucking run it back.
I got to make up for freshman year.
Yeah, that'd be fucked.
When I came in my Umbros before I even took them off.
No, I just think about like moments where I could have fucking went to Arby's and I didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
Like,
feel you.
I threw up so many. I just didn't put up as many shots as I wanted to, dude. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Like you said, like you would always stare at that chick, and dude, I just miss being able to just like look at chicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like when you're younger, it's like, or when you're just like a really old dude, like they just look at chicks.
Yeah, you can what's the word? Gaze as a kid.
Yeah, dude.
You can't gaze as an adult.
Yeah.
Because if you like take your sunglasses and you do that as an adult,
Yeah.
you're going to jail. You should go to jail.
Yeah.
You know, you can't stare longer than 5 seconds at a stranger.
I know, dude. My boy once, he was doing leg extensions.
Okay.
And there was this chick, dude, at the gym who was like a fucking 10 out of 10. And you could tell she was like, she wanted attention, dude. She like went on the fucking.
How could you tell? Because she was wearing clothes.
She would wear like fucking tight leggings, dude. She looked like a fucking sex god, dude.
Okay.
And dude, so I'm like doing like pec flies or whatever, and I'm looking over at him. And this chick goes to like fix the machine right in front of him.
Oh.
They're like this far away from each other, dude. And she's like bending over for like 45 seconds. You can see like her pussy from the back, dude.
Okay.
She's just like straight up mooning my friend.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, how, like, what do you do in that situation? You know what I mean?
You fucking get 4 more reps and that's what you
Yeah,
should
but
do.
dude, if you're doing fucking leg extensions, you can't be looking at the ceiling. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I think, I don't know what you do. I think you probably, you know.
But I'm just saying, it's like, is she blessing him with the glory of God?
Yeah, I think she probably knows.
She probably knows what's good, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I've never been in a situation where I'm like, yo, I have to bend over in front of this person right now.
For 45 seconds?
Yeah.
That seems extreme.
Yeah.
Either that or she doesn't know numbers.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like
could
a
be
really
tough
hard
to pick
machine
her
to, like-
weight. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
It's one of those things too where you're looking at your buddy and you want your buddy to be turned on. You know, you ever dance at a club and you grind and it's your buddy on the back of the ass and it's just a girl in between you and you're like, let's get rid of this girl.
Never once in my life, dude.
Damn, tried to catch you.
How many times have you done that, dude?
Just every time I dance. No, but we used to do that like in Florida. You grind and that was the whole thing. That's how dumb people in Florida. When I was 18, you just get fucked up. You get a fake ID, and you would just look for pussy to grind with. That was the whole night.
Yeah, no, I remember those days.
But then you'd grind, and then the guy behind her wasn't even your friend. It was just you're just.
Oh, you're just like sandwiching her?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's a wild behavior.
You ever feel a little gay doing that?
No, because because I've done way gayer stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So that compared to that, compared to sucking dicks at the combine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. It was definitely an interesting time.
Yeah, man, I can't. I just remember walking around like asking chicks if they wanted to dance. They'd be like, "No."
No, I think you got to just do it.
Yeah.
I think that was your thing.
That's...
I think you come up like what's the word? Like a retard guy.
Yeah, because they can't see you.
Yeah.
You come up from behind, dude, sneak up on them.
You just grind it on them. Yeah. But you can't be fully erect.
And then
that's
their friends give them the signal. They're like, yeah. Yeah, what do you think the signal is? Like, just like
fucking, he's retarded.
Yeah.
He's retarded. You know?
Without, like, me knowing.
No, you saw the whole thing.
Yeah. They just openly do it.
Yeah, they openly do it to your face because they don't respect you.
He's so sad, man.
I mean, you talk about not being able to get pussy a lot. I've noticed in my research.
Yeah.
We both really dove in.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're a very funny guy. I think you are better looking than you think you are. You got good eyes. You got kind eyes. Mm-hmm. Your personality is very dry. Yeah. So a lot of girls do like a loud, like fun guy. You know, you definitely don't. You have more serial killer, like.
Yeah, I mean, you think my personality is dry, dude, but once you get to know me, dude,
it's wet as fuck.
Fucking loose cannon, dude.
Oh, my bad. I read y'all wrong. I didn't realize.
I'm like a pussy, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty dry at the beginning.
Yeah.
You got to get to know me a little bit.
But if you're meeting a girl, like your whole thing, like where are you meeting women these days?
Well, I'm not, man. But my whole thing is like, I like to be like really dry and random. I like to be like dry and serious. And then like at the most random moment, just do something fucking wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Keep them guessing. Keep them on their toes.
That's my whole thing.
But are you doing that when you're trying to meet women?
No, I'm not really trying to meet women, dude.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm big on like, I'm not chasing a bitch. I'm chasing a dream type shit. That's what I say to myself when I'm doing fucking calf raises, dude.
I mean, you do have good calves.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's paying off.
It's definitely paying off.
Like,
that
legit,
dream is
dude, that's what I'm thinking. Like when I see a hot chick, I'm like, yo, that chick's not shit.
So your idea is that you're going to do so well in stand-up or get the best calves on earth.
Yeah.
It's a win-win, I guess. And then that will lead to the woman that you desire will come to you.
Probably not, man. If I ever meet a woman, it'll just be like she'll just be using me for money or whatever. If I ever have money,
that'd be sick.
Yeah, it's just like all like status. Like I've never met a woman who's like in love with a guy's personality. It's all just like this guy has shit. He'll like give me attention.
Yeah,
I think that's all women really want is like attention. And I don't really have time for that, man. But also like I've been listening to a lot of Future lately.
Okay.
And it would be kind of sick, like you were bringing up like Russian prostitutes and shit.
Yeah.
It would be kind of sick to just like be able to do that. Go out on a yacht, dude, and start fucking squirting milk on tits and shit.
Yeah, really get to know the girl.
Just have a cow on a yacht with a bunch of fucking models.
That'd be sick.
Play like Future.
Yeah, and then
not even get drunk, dude, just be drinking fucking protein shakes.
But then like you would like take the Russian hooker over and be like, dude, I'm different than these guys. Like, I want to get to know you a little bit. Or no? Would you just fuck them doggy style while you're looking in the mirror at yourself in football pads?
I don't know, man. That's a good question.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. Because like if it's a Russian prostitute, I don't think she's going to talk to me about my feelings and shit.
But maybe that's what, you know.
She'd probably pretend.
Yeah.
To be like, go up on the depth chart.
But then you kind of get your, so you don't want to, so your whole thing when you talk about like you don't get pussy, you don't want a relationship. It's just straight, you want some pussy.
Well, I'm just being honest.
No,
like, I'm an honest
not.
guy, you know
I'm
what
not
saying?
judging it at all. I hope it doesn't come off like that because I didn't get pussy for years.
Yeah.
But then I guess my career did get good enough where a hot woman liked me.
Oh, dude, I just fucking shit my pants.
Nah, dude, I didn't hear anything. That
Dude,
was
that's gonna
sick.
smell bad, bro.
It was cool that you. It was cool. It was cool how like nonchalant you were about it. It's cool. Like that was that your thing you were talking? Was that the wet thing you were talking about? Because I'll tell you what, I thought you were a dry sense of humor until I heard that wet fucking fart. Dude.
That was fucking.
That was wet,
sick,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
That was like fucking. That was like an orgasm.
That was wild. That was
That was
bubbly.
like a sphincter orgasm, dude.
Yeah, you lifted. You went.
Bro. Yeah.
Yet it stayed.
The pelvic tilts.
You went here, but it still reverberated off the chair.
Dude, you ever take a shit and you have to lean back for it to come out?
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I have a fucked up asshole.
Really?
Yeah, it's been
You
through
ever
war.
take a shit where you're like, I can't get this out, and then you have to like tilt your pelvis and lean back?
Yeah, dude. You ever fucking put your feet up? Yeah, put your legs up.
I've never tried that.
Oh, and that's the whole thing. That's what a squatty potty is. So you put your legs up, you gargoyle that shit, and then it just comes out. You're supposed to shit like this.
Wow.
This is not the right way. That's why you get hemorrhoids and shit.
Oh, fuck.
That's what I heard.
You have your own stand?
Yeah, I just use my wife.
Oh, yeah.
She's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cool.
forgot
She's
you
very
did.
short.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
she's cool.
That would be cool if you had like your own stand though that had your name on it and shit.
Well, that's a squatty potty.
It says like state champs.
Yes, 97 through 2000. I always get pissed when I'm like, oh, really? You got to put every fucking year on there?
Yeah.
When you win
Can't
like
fit
4
all
in
the
a row?
years, dude. Yeah, man.
We were like district champs. That was the best banner we ever got.
Oh, yeah?
We're going Final 8 in the state my senior year in basketball.
Oh, you're balling too?
Yeah, I play every sport.
I'm play one-on-one, dude.
Oh, dude, I'll play.
Fucking naked.
After that fart,
Yeah.
I'm in.
Imagine if we played one-on-one naked, like
Be
in this
sick.
community.
Yeah, I think
Dude,
people
no
would
one,
be like,
no one would care at
no
all.
one at all. People would be like, finally, you know,
Dude, one time,
you were playing ball naked.
yeah.
And this mother was watching you.
Well, dude, let's be real, man. Playing,
Okay, so
playing
let's take
ball
it back.
naked.
I didn't realize we're being
Dude,
real now.
let's be honest though.
Okay.
Like playing basketball naked would be fucking sick.
It would be dope, but your fucking balls would be having a field day.
Yeah, that's true, man.
It's a sport that for loose balls, I would say sports wise, with your dick flopping around,
Yeah.
basketball and gymnastics.
Yeah, but you really could. You could just back a dude down every time. Really test his willpower.
Yeah. Yeah. Rebounding would be extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, dude, you could non-consensually have anal with a man if you're backing him down.
But it's not gay if you're playing a sport.
Yeah.
If you're in the middle
But,
of
dude,
fucking,
imagine dropping, like, backing some dude down,
yeah.
having anal, doing a spin move, and then draining a 3. I feel like if you swish it, like, all that pain goes away. You know
Is
what I'm
his
saying?
dick still in your ass?
No, it's just like a quick fucking flip the switch type situation.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick.
Yeah.
It depends if it's NBA or just college. If it was NBA, I'd be really impressed.
Yeah.
Especially after getting fucked in the ass and you're not used to it.
Yeah. They all have AIDS the next day.
I mean, that's possible. That's like, is that how Magic Johnson got AIDS?
Yeah.
He was playing ball naked.
Well, I think he recovered or whatever. Like,
He's too tall for it to kill him. I think all his AIDS is still in his penis.
yeah, it never left.
No, it's just barely getting past the tip at this point. That's how.
If there's ever
when you have
like
a giant cock, the AIDS doesn't.
Yeah.
Me,
how
I'd
we're
be
gonna-
dead. I'd be dead in 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Same, dude.
My
That's
AIDS would
probably
be
how we were going to take out the fucking nuke, dude.
with AIDS.
Like,
Wait.
the nuke's going to be coming down, and Magic
Yeah.
Johnson's going to, like, blow a load.
Oh, and
It's like
fucking.
an AIDS load. Just
That'd be-
takes out the nuke, dude.
That'd be. I mean, look. I wouldn't put it past. Magic Johnson's a hell of a player. So if he's gonna take down a fucking atomic
yeah.
bomb,
Yeah.
with his AIDS come, I mean, anything's possible.
Did you ever used to ball out at parties?
Can you
or
imagine
anything?
that on a banner? Magic Johnson, Jizz,
Yeah.
97.
Yeah, I wonder what it would say. Cum shot
Comes
2025.
Stops nuke.
Well, it's got to be brief on a banner. It can't
Yeah,
be
that's
like,
true. That's a long banner.
Cum shot savior 2025.
Yeah, nuke denier 90. Oh yeah, 20,
Yeah.
26.
Nuke shot.
Stopped Iran.
Yeah. Cream pie king 2025.
Magic Johnson's dick with AIDS.
Cum AIDS 2025.
Come AIDS 2025. Yeah, what if there was like an asteroid that came and all it needed was a nice case of AIDS, cum.
Yeah, like
Stop
Armageddon, but you take it out with a cum shot.
Yeah.
That scene in Armageddon's crazy, bro. When the sky opens up in like Hong Kong. Imagine seeing that, dude.
It is pretty dope how that movie's just like, I just love all those movies like Independence Day. It's like, no, America's got this. Look,
Yeah.
don't worry about it, boys. We got this.
You think you'd go up there?
Oh, and like try to save.
Yeah. If they recruited you from AutoZone.
What would I even do though? I don't even have any talent. I mean,
Well,
I'm
that's why
washed
they're
up.
recruiting you, though. It's like Armageddon. Like, you're just retarded. But
Oh,
you,
so
but you
like,
know your parts.
I'm more of like the personality hire of the ship.
No, I mean, like, you know your parts and shit.
Oh,
but you're
oh.
still, like, not, like, like, they don't really care about, like, if you die or not.
Well, me in the movie, yes, I would do it. Me in real life, I've only changed my oil once. And
Yeah.
I've changed like 3 tires in my life.
Yeah.
I don't know my way around an engine.
Yeah. I think I'd go up there.
I could see you going up
If
there.
they knocked on my door and they were like, we fucking need you, man.
Yeah. What would you do with would you bring your dog?
No, I mean, I'd probably just fucking, that's a good question. He would die in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, your dog is.
I'd probably like
Barely
tell him I'll be right back and then just see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
God damn.
It
You're
would be like a
true American hero.
yeah, it would be like a sad. But think about all the pussy I'd get before going up there.
Yeah.
know what I'm
That,
saying?
that 2 weeks before.
Yeah, just get a bunch of pussy, man, then go up in space and fucking die like a champ.
So you think if you went up to a woman at a bar and you're like, look, asteroid's coming. They're sending me.
Well, I mean, I would be on TV.
Okay.
Like they'd be like, these are who we're sending up.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like my retarded face.
And then you would just get a clip from that play on your phone.
Yeah,
Be like, yeah, that's me.
yeah. I'm leaving in 10 days.
I'm leaving in 10 days.
Trying to get some fucking pussy.
Yeah, dude, my dick, if I fucking don't come at least 70 times,
Yeah.
we're all dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That'd be tough. I don't think I'd have the fucking balls to do it. Like, to be like, oh, no, yeah, just... I don't care enough about humanity, I don't think.
Yeah. No, I don't care about humanity. I'm just saying, like, I'm ready to go, man. Like, I'm ready to go out like a fucking legend.
Would you be, yeah. But then you would think that you would do a different job here on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you'd be a firefighter or something, if you're so down to be down. Like, when's the last time you've done anything?
What I'm trying to say is, like, it would be a great way to, like, commit suicide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm not, like, hurting anyone. I'd just be a fucking legend.
Yeah,
Blowing up in the abyss, dude.
be sick.
Yeah. But, I mean, with my luck, I'd probably fucking complete the mission, come back unscathed.
Yeah, no one would want to fuck you because
Yeah.
you're a fucking nerd that did it.
Yeah, or I just had sex with, like, a bunch of aliens up there, and I come back with, like, fucking machine guns in my tits.
Yeah, and you have like a different view of Earth pussy compared to alien
I'm
pussy.
just shooting up fucking Wendy's with my tits.
Aliens don't have any hair.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is. Because it's colder up there.
Probably
isn't
just smarter, dude. They're trying to be more aerodynamic. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're like, yo, if we have hair, then we can't
it?
fucking.
They have giant heads too. You would think the farther we'd get along, our brain would get better. But like, think
Yeah.
about a computer, right? A computer used to be the size of a fucking room. Okay, how big's a computer now?
Probably the size of my dick, dude.
Yeah, it's in your pocket.
Yeah.
An alien who's more advanced, his head is now the size of a room. And look at our heads.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
We're gay.
Exactly.
Do you think if, like, an alien read our minds,
He wouldn't see
it would
much.
just, like,
Yeah, it'd be like.
I feel like it would just read our minds and just be like, yeah, we're good. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't fuck with us.
Because why? Because we're gay?
No, just 'cause our thoughts are so retarded that they're just like they can't process it. Like
Oh, yeah.
all the mathematical equations going on in its head. It's just like there's just like explosions and shit. It's like having like a migraine. It's like fuck. You know what I mean?
An alien would yeah, there's no way an alien would read my brain and be like impressed.
Yeah.
But he might be impressed because he'd be like, man, he's hiding his intelligence. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they're like, whoa, they're so ahead of us.
Yeah.
That, you know.
Like the layers of your brain, like the intelligence is like it's like a corn maze, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's so hard to.
It's like an onion. So many, but really, it's not. It's just a lacrosse ball.
And you're just crying the whole time.
Yeah, I don't have like secret knowledge. You know, I don't know many facts.
Me neither, dude. You don't have to, man. You just have to pretend you know.
Chat GPT now. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, most of it's actually like incorrect though. Like a lot of it's not even.
Well, no one's like, when the computer or the calculator came out, no one was like, oh, you can't do 48 times 3,056. Fucking loser. Like maybe you could do that before the calculator in your head. But then when the calculator, people are like, oh, just put it in the fucking calculator. That's what ChatGPT now is with like American history, anything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're fucked, man. But it's like, not a lot of it's like, I don't think it's as God. Like people think it's God, and I'm just like, dude, this thing's fucked up so many answers for me.
What are you typing in there?
I'm just like, yo, can you shit with a boner?
And what does it say?
It's like, no. And then I'll take a shit with a boner and be like, dude, what the fuck?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the important shit that matters. It's like, where are you?
I'm calling your bluff right now. I bet you right now ChatGPT says you can shit with a boner. Want to bet?
You type it in all caps too.
I'll do all caps. They'll probably think I'm yelling at it again.
Yeah.
Let's see. Should I say poop or shit? Can I take a shit with a boner? Question mark. All caps. So I don't want you to think. Yes, you can take a shit with a boner. It's just not the most comfortable experience. Positioning. Sitting down can be tricky since the erection points forward and your body wants to fold forward too. You might have to angle your body or tuck things under the waistband or toilet seat. Erections involve muscle tension in the pelvic region, which can slightly interfere with the muscle relaxation needed to poop. Straining to poop while erect can feel uncomfortable because of increased blood pressure and muscle engagement. Bottom line, it's possible, but not ideal. If you can wait a few minutes, it'll probably be a smoother ride. Pun intended.
Wow.
And you think,
calling my bluff, dude.
Is my friend retarded? Hey, Andrew, I want to be clear here. If you're asking about a friend who might have intellectual or development disability, it's important to approach that with respect. If you're joking around, I get guys roast each other sometimes, but it's good to know where the line is.
Damn.
They just haven't seen you, I don't think.
Dude, I think every time you type shit in, though, on ChatGPT, like, you're just blowing up an oil field. You know
That's fine. That was worth it.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's his oil field? Texas or fucking
I haven't
Middle
looked into
East?
it, but people are getting upset online. They're like, stop using AI, 'cause it's like fucking draining energy and shit.
Yeah, apparently you need a lot of water, but they recycle the water. I know I'm here sounding like Elon Musk here.
Yeah.
But yeah, these data centers take up a lot of energy.
Yeah, so there might be like blackouts and shit.
Yeah, people are getting cancer and stuff in Memphis, I've heard.
Really?
Yeah, from the data centers that Elon built. Like, people are getting sick.
That's crazy, bro.
But we just found out.
That you can shit with a boner.
Rock hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I wonder
all
if your shit... I wonder if... Depends how... I wonder if you can have... I wonder, depending on how hard your penis is, does your poop then get softer? That's something to think about.
Someone to ask me, yeah.
Chat.
No, chill out, chill out.
Yeah, chill out. That's... Sometimes you get in a
Sometimes
GPT
you gotta think
hole.
for yourself, man.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I wonder if Chat GPT is like per individual, like it's like designed. It like adapts to your personality. So maybe if I typed in the same thing, it would come up with a different answer. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's trying to manipulate certain people.
Maybe they're
That'd be
thinking
crazy.
my boner is
Yeah, maybe
not
they want
that
you
strong
to,
of a boner,
Yeah,
so they
like-
think I can try shit with my
Yeah.
weak little dick, soft, like half
Exactly.
soft.
Yeah,
But your meaty, powerful, hard cock couldn't do it. 'Cause-
well, maybe they're just like, yo, you're hard all the time, like chill out. And for you, they're like, yo, let's try and get one up while we take a shit.
That's true.
Yeah,
They're
trying
like-
to like motivate you to like, you know, take a shit with a boner. That'd be wild, dude. If somebody walked in on that.
You're just rock hard,
Just taking
but you're
a
not
shit.
even jerking off. I've
Yeah.
definitely jerked. Okay, here's something vulnerable.
Yeah,
You've never taken a shit.
I think that's what I typed in. No, that's it. That is what I typed in. Can you jerk off whilst taking a shit? And I've met a few dudes who have done similar things. Never met a dude who's blown a load while dropping a load.
Yeah, I don't know if I've done that. I have. What I have done is I've shit before wiping my ass,
Yeah.
jerked off, and then had to remember. Oh yeah, I've shit in my ass.
So you took a but like this was all on one sitting.
Yeah,
This is like a day, or just like you took a shit, jerked off on the toilet,
yeah,
and then wiped your ass.
yeah. I had to
Yeah, I mean,
remember, like,
that's
oh,
rookie shit, dude.
huh?
I thought you meant like you took a shit, didn't wipe, went out in public, came back, jerked off, and then wiped your ass.
Nah.
Yeah, I feel that's what really happened.
Wait, so you're saying you've never? Have you done what I said?
The first one, yeah,
Yeah,
I've done
okay.
that for sure.
That's kind of weird,
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. Yeah, I mean, dude, like I was like working from home the other day. I fucking went to fart, dude,
Oh,
and like
God.
shit came out.
Yeah.
And it was so casual, dude. But dude, I went in the
Wait,
bathroom.
what was casual?
Like it was like a casual, like shit your pants.
Okay.
Like I thought it was a fart, dude. And I felt shit come out. And then I went in the bathroom and there was like no shit on my underwear, but there was like shit in my ass.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I wonder if my ass hair was like protecting me.
I mean, I think that's evolution, brother.
Yeah, I think I'm just a fucking sorcerer, dude.
Makes me think if aliens did that, their fucking underwear would be covered in
Yeah.
shit because they have no hair. But yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of working from home
Yeah. You can just shit your pants.
every day.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's it is one of those things. I've shit my pants plenty of times.
I was watching a video the other day of some chick who was like, I like to like convince men to eat their ass.
To eat their own ass.
No, like for her to like eat their ass. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It was
yeah,
just
I
like this
wa-
wicked hot chick, and she was like, I love to like
Yeah,
make men vulnerable and like have them let me eat their ass.
there's
I was just
something dominant about that, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like at that point you've lost the war quickly, dude.
How's she in the ass? She's turning me over, or is she going from
She
under
didn't
the
get
balls?
into details, dude. It's got to be different for every man.
Because I think one way is a little bit more extreme. Because I remember I had a buddy in college. Like she ate my ass, and I was like, "But how? Like, were you on
Yeah.
your back and she lifted you,
Yeah.
or did she flip you over? Because flipping you over, that's at that, and you're backing your ass up to be eaten. That's a strong.
Yeah, you lost the war, brother.
Or maybe the war's just begun.
Yeah. Because I feel like if a chick ate my ass, dude, she'd immediately fucking kill herself.
You would think, especially
Yeah.
if you were working from.
Yeah, dude. Just not wiping, dude.
So wait, so because you think your asshole is so terrible.
Yeah. Imagine that, though, dude.
Like,
Imagine,
how could a woman eat my asshole and then
Yeah.
me look at her, and if she was fine with it, be like, what else is this woman capable of? Like,
yeah.
it is scary to think, like, you shouldn't be okay with that. And I'm not okay with it. My wife, we talk about, she's never seen my asshole, and we've been together for
Yeah.
4 years now. And she wants to see it because I told her, you can't get in there. And she says, when I die, that's the first thing she's going to do is look at my asshole. And I said, no, bitch, I'm going to stay on my back until I'm in the grave.
Well, dude, she might die after that.
After seeing my asshole?
Yeah.
Like a Romeo and Juliet style?
Yeah, go out with like together.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I would love for
Should
my
write that
wife to
down.
die within seconds
Yeah.
of me dying.
You wouldn't have to see it.
Yeah, and I don't have to be in heaven or hell and see her getting.
Yeah. I remember when I was fat, dude, I had like I just wanted to see what was going on with my
When you
sphincter.
used to be?
Yeah. Shut the fuck up, dude.
That's the one place where you draw the line.
Yeah.
You go, dude, nah, dude, I'm fucking.
Fucking jacked, dude.
You don't get it, dude. I'm wearing layers, dude.
Yeah. Have you ever looked at your asshole though?
I can't right now. I really do have a fucked
Well,
up
I'm saying,
butthole.
dude, if you ever want to get really sad, man,
Yeah.
like get up.
Oh, I'm
get
sorry.
up
I
to a
cut your
mirror.
story off. What were you saying, though?
I was just talking about seeing my own ass.
When you were fat.
Yeah, I fucking stood up on like a countertop.
No, man.
Mirror, dude.
Oh.
Bent over and just kind of like saw what was good, man. And I think I actually lost like 5 years of my life. It was
Yeah.
like seeing like fucking.
It's like a black hole kind of, or like,
Yeah.
I forget what that, I forget that movie when you see some, it's like holding like that cup, the wrong cup from Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
or you drink from the wrong cup and you die like.
It's like in the movie where they're like, "What did you see?" And they're just like,
Yeah.
"I can't."
Yeah. They're like, no, write it down. Like if you had to draw what you saw, I would love to see that drawn. Do you have a pencil? Can you draw what
I wouldn't be able to draw it, dude. I would need a professional.
Because it's just like, it's not even a shape.
Yeah, and even they wouldn't be the same, dude. They'd fucking become a different person.
I wonder if they've had to do that, like a police sketch at some point.
Like a sphincter drawing?
Yeah, if like there was some murder that involved.
Oh, like anal?
Yeah. They're like, so what did his asshole look like? Like, if you even describe your asshole, it's an insane. It sounds like you're describing really like an alien, like an animal that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, it has a bunch of lines.
Yeah.
For something like a tree. You can tell your age by your asshole. No, it's just, I don't know. It's interesting. I never thought about how hard it is to draw. Like, women don't look at their own pussies because of this. This is the silliest podcast I've ever done. It is so silly. For a 45-year-old man, I missed this.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like,
I gotta stop doing this, man.
what do you mean? Like so serious or so silly?
No, I just gotta fucking get
It's
a life,
great.
man.
It's great.
It's like, I'm like,
I needed this. It's
I'm like,
been a
yo,
while.
I'm like, yo, why am I not getting pussy, dude? You know what I'm saying?
Why do you think it's because?
No, I'm saying like, yo, why am I not getting pussy? And then we talk about like fucking assholes.
Yeah, but I do think. I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
dude, I was like-
when you look at your Instagram, percentage-wise, it's 99% dudes.
Yeah, probably even higher, honestly. Yeah, like, dude, especially when I put up like my golf swing, dude, all dude just sliding in like, yo, bro, 6 stripe.
Feels good though.
Yeah, it's chill, man.
I got fucking 68% women.
Yeah, you think you could hang out like in a group filled with chicks though and not have like terrible thoughts?
This sounds. I don't know exactly how to put it because I was definitely a little bit asexual for a while.
What does that mean?
But I think it was just like, I think I just had such low self-esteem about myself where I just couldn't even imagine getting laid, where then I wouldn't even though I'm not an ugly dude, I just think like, I don't know. There was a lot of different reasons of why I didn't have that much confidence, but I just really wouldn't, this sounds crazy, but I would look at women as just like human beings,
Yeah.
and not have a sexual
And then
urges.
when you got older, you realized that they're just objects.
Yeah, when I learned more about, when I read more, the more I studied and researched and talked to women.
They're just property.
Yeah. That's what I learned.
Wait, so-
When I got out of my small town
yeah.
and I got to New York City and I like met a lot of different kinds of women and like really talked to them and learned more. And,
Yeah.
It's
fucking gay, dude.
I learned that they're property. Yeah, no.
What did you realize though? Like you realized you weren't gay and shit?
Yeah. I just like I'm not like I don't know. There's some horny fucking dudes out there. I guess I'm just not that horny. I'm horny
Yeah.
in some ways,
I agree, dude.
but horniness is kind of like I don't know exactly how to put it. I think like sometimes if you're not getting pussy, you get way you put it on a pedestal, pussy, and you're just like pussy, pussy, pussy. So when you get around women, you're so fucking horned up because you're so backed up of not getting pussy that when you fucking are around fucking pussy, you're just like, fucking, I need it.
I disagree, man. I feel like it's natural. You know what I'm saying?
To just be horned the
Dude,
fuck
somebody
up.
put up like a study or some shit where it was like some fucking. It was like a human being who had been like encapsulated for so long, like it was in like this fucking basement. Somebody kept it captive and they saved it and they tried to like, you know, like just rehabilitate it, dude. And
Yeah.
it was so fucked up. It just had like no idea. Like it couldn't fucking speak. Like it was fucked. There was no like rehabbing. It was just like fucked. And then I guess like one day, like a hot, like attractive, like doctor went down to see it, and it just immediately started jerking off. Totally just made that up.
No, I thought that was a real study for sure.
I think it's with a monkey. It was with a monkey.
It was a monkey.
Yeah.
No, look, monkeys are horned up, but
Well, it is like you got to think about like if we did evolve from monkeys, like it's not like they're saying anything to each other. They're just like, oh, there's like a hot monkey, like I'm horned up, let's go bang.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? So
But
it is
I-
something to think about, dude.
for sure. I mean, no, I have buddies that definitely. Maybe I don't know if it's a horny thing or lack of self confidence. I think it's probably somewhere in between.
Yeah. I think about like the difference between like Southern people and like Brooklyn people. You know what I mean? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like Brooklyn people are just like so against like, well, they're kind of like contradicting themselves because they're always like, I'm a woman, like respect my tits.
Yeah,
And then they're just like, you see them at a bar, just like blowing like 7 dudes.
Yeah.
Like in real time, they're actually having like a lot of sex.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
But
know
then it's like-
it's a little bit of a.
It's very confusing, man. But I think like the idea of like,
They're like respect me for more than my body. Meanwhile, here's my tits with no bra, and it's like
yeah. But then online, like on social media, they're like, oh, like respect me, like, and all this like other gay shit. But it's like, dude, you're horny all the time. Like chicks are fucking horny all the time. Mm-hmm. They just act like they're not. It's like, I think it's just like human nature. But like obviously you have to respect people and stuff. But I'm just saying like the idea of like being horny.
Yeah.
I feel like the only reason you wouldn't be horny, like as a man, either you're gay or you're just eating like shit and your body just like can't function properly.
So you're gay for like if you don't want to fuck.
Like
You can
titties.
still be horny and be gay.
Yeah.
Like you can be very horny.
For sure, yeah. I'm just talking from a heterosexual point
Yeah,
of view.
from a heterosexual, from your own point of view, where you're a
Yeah.
gay man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, closeted, dude.
Yeah. I
know?
mean, look, I think I just know for my own self, when I wasn't getting laid, I would think about it way more than when I do get laid.
But when you were seeing chicks, though, because this is what confuses me, dude. If I see a hot chick in public, immediately I'm thinking about her giving me a blumpkin. You know what I'm saying?
Was that a blowjob on a shitter?
Yeah.
Which we've learned.
But like real talk, though, dude.
Yeah.
If a dude if you're at the gym, you see a hot chick, immediately you're like, holy shit, like it would be crazy.
But
to
when's
go
the
to-
last time you got an actual blumpkin?
Never, dude. But I'm talking about
That's my point.
yeah. I'm
my
just talking about thoughts, though, dude. I think it's normal to have those thoughts.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm not saying that. Yeah, I get fucking weird thoughts, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
if you actually got, like, if you got a blumpkin at 3 p.m. and you go to Target and you see a hot chick, you might have a less feeling of
Yeah, you're saying
I need a
post-load. Like,
blumpkin,
you're
yeah.
talking about. You're just talking about
Well,
post-nut clarity. Yeah.
post nut, but a post nut clarity can last a week or so. It's not just right after the nut.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all
man.
I'm saying.
You're talking about like the long term, though. I think that's the true test of a man, dude. Is like if you blow a load and you still like her, then it's like you're good, man.
Oh, for sure.
But that's hard to find, brother.
It is hard to find.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, that is tough.
You're just
That-
talking about post-nut clarity, though, dude.
Yeah, but I'm talking about yes, but not. It doesn't have to be immediate. Is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
The worst is like when you meet a chick and like you know, you're like sucking on each other's titties and shit, and like that's fun.
Yeah,
but
for
then
sure.
you like try to get along, and it's just like,
yeah. I mean, when a girl sucks on my tits, yeah, it's hard to like
think about anything else. Yeah.
Yeah, when a girl's just, you know, titty fucking me.
Yeah.
You know.
I know what you mean, dude.
Yeah, when a girl just pushes my tits together and throws her pussy in between my tits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, dude.
Yeah.
Why did you like move around a lot? Like, you from LA or something?
No, I'm from Florida.
Did you live in LA or something?
I did. I lived in LA for 2 years. I lived in LA for a year after college, but that didn't work out. That ended with a little bit of a cocaine overdose.
Yeah.
That didn't work out.
Yeah.
You know, did a little bit too much blow in New Orleans.
Okay.
With a stripper.
Yeah.
Overlooking Lake Pontchartrain.
Uh-huh.
And ended up in the ER.
Yeah.
For 4 days with a $7,000 hospital bill. Because I was in the heart ward. Like
were you
dickhead.
Like were you addicted to cocaine, or this just like a one-time thing?
It was pretty much. I've never bought coke in my life.
Oh man!
You know what I did? I did a bunch of blow all night. I didn't. Again, asexual as fuck. Just talking to the stripper.
Yeah.
Like about life. And learned a few things. You know. Mm-hmm. And then I did a gravity bong hit. I thought that would relax me. Turns out when you're fucking hungover from coke. And you do the most weed ever in the shortest amount of time.
Yeah.
It's not great. And my whole body went numb and I was stuck. And I told my buddy, I go, take me to the ER, man. So, yeah.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
That was when I was like 22. That was like 23 years ago.
That's like my whole life, dude.
Yeah, your whole life. Yeah. It's been crazy. It feels like yesterday.
Yeah, dude.
So then that was my one stint in LA, and then this past one went way worse. No. It was fine.
Well, it's pretty bad out there right now, right?
It's fine. I don't know. Everyone just exaggerates LA being terrible.
Yeah.
It's like cool to be like, fuck Newsom and fuck, you know, it's a fucking hellscape. It's like I'm drinking a smoothie and it's sunny out. Like life isn't. It's just I didn't feel as creative, and I'm from the East Coast, so I wanted to come back. But it's like cool to shit on LA.
Yeah,
it's like I I was there. You know, I got robbed
in LA.
Me and my wife got robbed. Attempted robbery.
Your current wife?
Yeah, my current wife. She it was like 4 p.m. and we were in a place called Venice Beach, which it's weird to get robbed when you're looking at umbrellas and people playing volleyball. Like
Arnold used to work out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not far from Arnold doing fucking heavy squats.
This was during the day?
During the day.
Dude, what?
It was wild. And,
I think they thought you were gay?
Yeah, for having a wife. Yeah, a beautiful wife who loved me. Yeah.
I was like, this guy's gay. Let's get him.
This guy definitely. So I fucking jerked off Magic Johnson and threw his cum at him.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, took care of that. If you're not watching, I do too many callbacks, I realize. If you're doing, like for clips, we could take this out. But like, I rate ruin because I do. But anyways, so I'm getting robbed. And, well, what happened? I was walking. I had my watch on, which wasn't even that nice, like an Omega watch, whatever. Two dudes pulled up in ski masks and got out of a car with guns, and we were on like just a fucking nice street, and fucking before I could even like, I couldn't, you know, you either what is it, fight or flight?
Yeah,
bro. I've never flighted. I flight the fuck out of things, like and so But before I flighted, I didn't just leave my wife. So I ran my. So they got my wife still. No, I ran and I grabbed my wife's hand, and I was like, "We gotta go. We gotta run. Like she's like, "Are you fucking with me?" Like she thought I was pranking her. You know, like
wait, so they were like far away.
They weren't even that far away.
But they didn't like pull up right next. You had time to like.
They were probably like 20 feet.
How'd
so
you know
this was all happening, huh?
How did you know they were coming for you and not somebody else? Or you think they just
chose we were alone. There was no one else on the street. Oh. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah. It's and yeah, I would say they were about 20 to 30 feet, like, because they pulled up, like, yeah. And I was like, we gotta go, and she's like, you fucking with me? I was like, no, fucking run. Like this all happened and I started like pulling her, and she finally like started running. She didn't even turn.
Yeah.
And this is a true story. This is crazy. So my wife, she goes to run around a pole, and I held on to her. So when she went to run around it, she runs right into the pole. I'm telling you, she hit this pole. Like, dude, it was embarrassing. Bro, she hit this pole so hard, dude. And she fucking flew, like, on the ground, bleeding. And I'm like, this is how I'm going to die with a woman.
Yeah.
So I left her ass. I went and got a matcha. Came back. She was fine. No, I was like, fucking, God damn it. Like, all right, well, I guess I got to help her. It was so annoying. So I go down to help her. And when I turn, I'm like, this is when I'm going to have a gun. This is it. This is how I'm going to die. A woman running into a pole. Because they can't drive or run. So I turn. I'm like, this is it. And I fucking get her up. And I turn, and they drove off. And the only reason why I think they drove off is because they thought my wife was retarded. And they got along. They draw the line. I really think her being retarded saved my life, dude. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Because it was such a commotion where they were like, we can't. So if you're ever getting robbed,
Yeah.
retard it up, boys. Because that's how. So
like, running into a pole full speed is like
Bro,
next level shit.
it was. I'm telling you, dude. It couldn't have been worse. But also, yeah, it was so loud, man. The pole was so loud. It was like one of those poles too. It wasn't like a fucking. It was a pole. Like she got so much.
Dude,
so
how do you not laugh though,
bro? I was laughing on the inside. Dude, I can't even explain. So then she gets up and we start running. This is kind of funny part of the story. Although that's the funniest part of the story, so not gonna. But we start running and she's like limping. She's got blood coming from her knee. I'm just like fucking like, and she's like, help! She's yelling help, and I'm like, all right, relax, like calm down. Like she's like, help, because we think they might turn back around, and she runs into another pole, you know.
Yeah.
And
shut the fuck up.
so then there's just two dudes in a 4Runner. You could always trust two dudes in a 4Runner.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a reliable car. Yeah.
It is. It's like a car that I'm like, I know this guy.
Yeah.
And we just fucking essentially just get into their back seat. Kind of like, you know, like when a sea lion or seal is getting chased by a shark and he'll jump in the boat to save his life. That's what we did. And we're like, what's up? I'm like trying to still play kind of cool, you know? But she's bleeding and stuff. And they call the cops. And the cops never come. So it's like, I start this story by saying, people talk shit about LA. Cops never come.
Yeah.
Firefighters came. So then 4 hot, jacked, hot firefighters come up to save my wife in their fire truck. I'm like, all right, guys, I had it under control, you know? Next thing you know, they drive us home in the fire truck. I have footage of this on my Instagram.
Dude, that's sick, man.
If you're a dude, I don't care how old you are, you're in a fire truck, you get like you become a little boy. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
you know?
So high up, dude.
So high up, so many buttons.
Yeah.
So many
and
switches.
You're with dudes too.
And I'm just like thinking about how my wife, like I ran like a bitch, like how bad she probably wants to fuck all these dudes.
Yeah.
Same.
Little bang bus action.
Yeah, a little banged fire truck.
Yeah. Damn,
Anyway,
that's wild,
so
bro.
yeah,
That happens a lot though, man. Like
yeah, you can't wear a nice watch in LA.
well, just like the pull up gang. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's so quick.
Dude, that's like old school shit, man.
Think about how quick you could take a guy's watch off. Like at gunpoint, that could be over in and out less than 25 seconds. Unless they run into a fucking pole.
I remember when I was like fucking 13, dude, I was like morbidly obese, and my best friend was morbidly obese too. He was Guatemalan, and he had like female tits. Like he literally had like
can I ask
C
a question
cups.
though, real quick?
Yeah.
If you're 13 and you're very fat,
Yeah.
can you be morbid? Because you know what I mean? Like, can you be young and morbidly fat?
Yeah. I can show you a picture, dude.
No, I believe you're fat as fuck.
Huh?
My point is I've never heard of a kid like dying of, like a 13-year-old dying of being fat.
Well, if
And
you think about like how they measure like weight and shit, like what's it called? The fucking
BMI.
BMI.
Stuff? Yeah.
According to that scale, it'd probably be morbid.
I get it.
You
But
know what I'm saying? But like I was playing sports and stuff.
that's what I'm saying.
Basically, like what I want to put in your mind is like
You're too fat.
we both had big tits.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I cut it. It just was interesting to me to think about a
Yeah.
morbidly obese
We
13-year-old.
could both run and shit, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
But I just want to like paint a picture of like the size of our tits. We both had like female
morbid.
tits.
Yeah.
You know, just two 13-year-old dudes hanging out. But,
How are your nipples? Do you have big nipples?
Yeah, we both had salami nips.
Same. I got some big nips, so
But,
my tits look like hot chick nips. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
But dude, so he's Guatemalan
Okay.
and he's got a sister. She's younger, so we would have to like hang out with her sometimes, and, like bring her on our journeys and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And one day, dude, it was like 2 PM. We're just walking down the road. This van pulls up full speed next to us, and this guy just goes, he's like, Maria. And we're like, what the fuck? And he's like, give me my fucking daughter. And we're like, what the fuck, dude? He was talking about like my friend's fucking kid, dude. And he's just like, that's my fucking, you fucking stole my daughter. And we're like crying, laughing, dude.
Yeah. That's absurd. Wait, how old is the kid that you're with?
Oh, dude, probably 5, 6,
And how old's your friend?
13 maybe.
And he's yelling at your friend that you...
Half our age. He's like, this is his little sister.
Yeah.
And we're crying, laughing, because we think he's like fucking with us.
Yeah.
But dude, this guy actually, his daughter was missing. And he thought that my friend's sister was his daughter. And he like pulled up a little bit and like looked at her and he was like, oh shit, like that's not her. He didn't say sorry, he just pulled away. But we were like, holy fuck, that could have been bad, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Damn.
Imagine like your fucking daughter's missing, you're just driving around in a van just screaming her name.
And then you just roll up on 2 kids with
Just 2
tits,
fat fucking retards.
morbid
Yeah.
tits, and
Like,
claim
do you
that
really
they're...
think 2 fat 13-year-olds stole a fucking...
That's when you're desperate.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that happened a lot when I was young. Like a lot of pull-ups. People pull up and be like, just to scare you and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No abductions, but dude, scary, man.
Well,
You know?
I think depending how fat the kid is, the less likely they are to be kidnapped. I think if you're really to get you in a back of a truck would be exhausting.
Dude, it'd be a fucking CrossFit workout, dude.
Dude, they'd have to like do a pulley system to get your fat ass in a truck.
Yeah, they'd probably have to fucking seduce me.
Yeah, like a rhino.
With like a fucking double cheeseburger or some
or,
shit.
yeah, either that or a dart. Yeah.
Or sedate me. You know what I'm
They've
saying?
definitely driven up and like, too fat.
Yeah, they're like, dude, I can't do this today, boys.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have the energy.
Nah, dude. Not
know what I'm
fucking. Yeah, I don't deadlift.
I
Like
wonder
I
if
used
that's
to.
like how they like get street cred though. They're like, yo, look at this fucking dude I got. Just fucking.
It's like a fisherman took down like a 1,200 pound tuna.
Yeah.
They're like, no, I got this
Fucking
300
200-pound 13-year-old.
Yeah, 380 pound 12-year-old. And he's like, got like hung up on a rope.
I'm just sweating my dick off, dude.
They're like, look at him. Look at that catch.
Yeah.
Not bad,
Dude,
huh,
as a
boys?
13-year-old, I was kind of like, I was drinking a lot of milk. I was a strong dude. Like, it would be a lot to abduct me, dude.
It's
You know?
interesting, though. It's like, what's harder, a very fat kid to abduct or a very fast kid?
Definitely fast. Old people can't run for shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. There have been times, man, where I've like ran on the street out of like adrenaline, and I'm like, dude, you probably just ran like a 4.840. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was running so fucking fast.
Depending on the circumstance. Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
It's
like,
funny you say that. Another story about LA. I was in the fire. The fires happened there.
Yeah.
And I got a phone call. I was leaving the gym, getting a workout in during a fire, which is pretty badass.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. But then there was a fire at a Runyon Canyon, which my house was by. And my landlord called me and said, fire's spreading fast. I was like, I still got to pay rent. And so I had a dilemma because I was a mile away from my house, but I walked to the gym. Mm-hmm. So I had to decide if I run or if I take an Uber. And as a guy who it's a tough decision because you think you'll have superhuman strength, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Like I'm picturing a bitch. You know when a woman like a car will be on top of their son and they'll like pick up a car, like an 80-pound woman will lift 1,000. So I'm thinking about that. Like, oh, I could run this fucking mile. Motherfucker, I stopped like 6 times. I don't know why. I think I overdid it. I thought like you were saying. You
were like that out of shape?
I was in shape, but I think I thought I could run like literally a 4-minute mile. Not a 4-minute, but like.
How far away was the destination?
A mile.
That's it.
Yeah, so I thought I could run the mile like a sprint.
Yeah.
And it turns out my willpower is not that strong.
I forget what they call that. Dude, I gotta start doing that more. Like, I don't know how often you work out, but like, are you running at all?
Yeah, so I do. I ran a 7:30 mile the other day.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot what they call it, like when your heart rate gets...
above 120 or 1...
I do a lot of like low... like steady state cardio, which is kind of gay. Mm-hmm. And I used to run, but I haven't gotten my heart rate up that fast, which is probably a bad thing.
Yeah.
I forget what they call it. Like, there's like a workout where like, I think you just run for 40 seconds and then you stop, you know?
Yeah,
for
interval.
40 seconds.
Interval training.
But if you do that for like 4 minutes. But yeah, I remember like, I did that on a track once. And I just tried doing like a 400-meter sprint.
Yeah.
And I literally thought I was going to die, dude.
Bro.
I was like in the heat and shit. I was like, holy fuck.
Now imagine that and you look up and there's a giant fire.
Yeah.
You'd probably think you could keep going.
Yeah, it's probably harder to breathe too, obviously, you know.
It was still far enough away. I was kind of a pussy. Because like, but I was like, I didn't have my car. My wife had the car. So I was like, I'm going to be stuck in this fire with my cat. So I went and got my cat, and the cat was not happy. I don't know if you know cats, but he was just like, I don't care that there's a fire.
Yeah.
Go fuck. I put him in a carrier, and the other side of the carrier was open. He just ran and hid. Fuck. And I was like, yeah, we're going to fucking die, Mango. Yeah. That's why I was yelling at him.
Yeah, if there was ever a fire out here, I'd have to carry Bub, dude, and that would not be...
Bro.
I would fucking blow my back out, dude. Like, he could run fast for 1 block, and then I'd have to pick him up. He'd be fucking breathing, and he'd be having a heart attack, and I'd fucking carry him, dude, like a legend.
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Right on my shoulder, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Like it's my fucking brother, dude. I'm not gonna leave him behind, but
that
would be tough.
That's how I felt about Mango.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as cool with a 12-pound cat. It doesn't look as cool, but in a carrier.
Just fucking scratching you.
Yeah, just being like, and I'm like, come on, Mingy. Yes. I'm talking to him like that. Come on, Mingy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I drove it. My neighbor let me use his car, and I drove it.
I know a guy, dude, who fucking older man, like back in the day, he was probably your age, like 45. There was a woman like trapped underneath the car, and he fucking deadlifted the car, like pure adrenaline.
Because there are people like that where you're like, he's such a good guy, and it's like, nah, that dude has some skeletons in his closet, you know?
For sure, yeah. There's a guy, dude, who chills outside, bro. And
that's always he just chills on your.
Bro, he's like nonverbal. He like doesn't. I look at him all the time, like he's nonverbal. He's like always sweating, dude.
Yeah.
He looks like a pedophile, dude. And he sits out there on the ledge, and he just looks at Asians all day, dude.
Do you say anything to him?
Not when I first lived here. I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" He just didn't say anything.
That sucks when you try to do that with the neighbor. You're like, you know what? I'm just gonna say hello and realize he knows me, I know him, and then you do it, and then
never again, dude. You know?
Yeah.
That was another good one, man.
God, I wish I could fart right now.
Yeah. Like it won't. It won't pick it up, so it's not even worth it, dude.
Pick up my face though. What if I could just summon it? You ever have those kids that
would be funny?
They lift their legs up above their head or on their back and they could fart?
Yeah.
There was a kid that did that.
Our last guest was able to do that.
Really?
He taught me about that. Yeah.
Damn. Now I feel like a hack.
I mean, it was my first time learning about it, but dude, you're gonna shit yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth
It's
it,
not
man.
worth it. These are new pants.
But I can't imagine being like a dad and like talking about shit like that, like at a baseball game or something.
What, farting?
Like that would be cool, but
To just no, there was a kid in my school. We called him Beavis because he looked like Beavis.
no, I
And-
just meant like being a father and like being at my son's game and like talking to a guy like you at the game about like ripping ass and like
yeah,
tits and shit.
Yeah.
Like that sounds awesome. I just like don't know if today's world.
I think this
Like, do
whole
you
podcast shouldn't be out. It was more like a chat GP or a group chat conversation,
Yeah.
and that's why I loved it. But
Yeah.
I do regret many things that I said because of how society is. But if society wasn't
Yeah.
so gay and retarded,
But I just wonder if there's like dads out there at like fucking their sons' games. Like I wonder if they're talking about shit like this.
there is
Like in the outfield and stuff.
yeah. There's a level of being a dad where it's like, all right, you gotta be a little bit more mature.
Yeah, but I just like hope that they're still like shooting the shit and not just talking about the weather in the outfield, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think dads are. I've been to games where
Yeah.
there's dads, and the last thing they do is they get into some shit.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's interesting. I thought I went to this game the other day. I thought it was going to be a lot more yelling at the ref and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone was kind of calm,
Yeah.
and so you can't be like the first guy to call the ref a fucking bitch. You know what I mean? Like. It's like it doesn't feel like everyone's doing it. You can't be the only guy.
It would be funny to be in the outfield just
Mm-hmm.
alone. Just one word yells. Like fucking penis. And they're like everyone's just like
Dude, it'd be funny to be like in the outfield and you're yelling at, and this is at like a 12-year-old's game.
Yeah.
And you don't know anyone there.
Yeah.
You don't even have a kid on the team. and you're out there, but you're not yelling loud. You're
Yeah.
yelling only loud enough for the right fielder. And there's like no one else out there. You're the only one on the fence.
Yeah.
And it's a chain fence, and you're just out there going, I fucked your mom.
Yeah.
You know, but he can only hear it. So every time he goes back to the dugout, he's like, did you?
You see that guy?
Wait, he fucking said he fucked my mom.
It would be cool if like there was woods to hide you. So it was only your voice.
Dude, that kid would think he's fucking big.
Schizophrenic,
Like a goat. Yeah.
He fucking kills himself. He thinks he's like hearing voices and shit.
There's definitely stories. I forget. I used to have a bit about something happened. I can't remember the story at all, but like I know what it was. I was a dog walker, right?
Yeah.
And I went. This is a true story. I went into the wrong apartment. I was bringing the dog back. I just didn't even think because you know they're all the same, like these apartments. And I walked all the way into the living room. I took the dog off the goddamn leash, and I look around, and I'm like, "This doesn't look familiar."
Oh man.
I look up. There's a shirtless 12-year-old boy pointing at me, going, "Mom, mom."
Oh
And
man.
I'm like, "Shut the fuck!" Like, this is. I'm like, and the mom's going, "What? What? Like, what, Charlie? Whatever his name is." I'm like, "Shh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up." I swear. And I fucking took the dog and I was like, "Come on." And then I had to get the dog to come. Like, the dog ran off into the fucking, it was a
house.
big apartment too. So I had to get the dog to come back, but quiet enough so the mom didn't come out. She just thought the boy was, you know. So I finally was like, "Hubert, get over here, Hubert." I fucking got the dog to come back. I fucking got him and fucking ran out of there.
Yeah.
That boy, if that's a memory, he's 12 or whatever. He's gonna, if he like told his mom, "Hey, mom, there was a dog walker with a dog yelling at me." That mom might bring him to therapy, being like, "My son is insane."
Yeah. That would be funny if you just did that every day. Just to get like an adrenaline rush.
Oh, that is pretty badass. That is for, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so that kid,
I guess you won't know. Because I don't remember shit from when I'm like 12, but it probably can affect you, I guess.
something like that.
Yeah.
I think he might have been a little bit younger than that, but I don't know. I think about that kid being seen as a schizophrenic, being like he sees like dead dog walkers or like ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to probably look him up, see what's.
That was wild.
Yeah, because I guess you just never know.
Dude, I had the funniest shit happen to me yesterday or 2 days ago. So I had this puppy that we fostered or whatever. And, you know, in New York, like you're having a great day and then 3 p.m. something could happen and ruins your whole life. Like you could be having the best day of your life and like that, you know? And I'm walking the puppy with my wife and I see a woman get hit by a cab, right? But she doesn't get hit that hard. She gets hit just hard enough to where she was like, oh, my ass. You know, it wasn't like she like rolled over, but she fell on her ass. And I'm walking the dog, right? Mm-hmm. My wife goes, grabs her tries to help her up by the armpits, and then 2 other guys grab her arm. I'm walking the puppy. She looks at me. This woman just looks up at me and she goes, "You're just gonna watch?" Mm-hmm. She goes, "I hate when men just watch. You're just gonna watch me. You're not gonna help." And I'm like, "Lady, like, I have this puppy I saved. Like, I'm not gonna. What do you want me to do with the dog?" She gets helped up. She gets in the cab that hit her. And before she drives off, she rolls the window down. She goes, "You just watch." Just drove off.
Oh, man, you should have pulled your pants down, dude.
You think that would have helped?
Yeah, I mean, I would have just pulled my pants down and said something like so confusing so that she remembers it for the rest of her life.
Yeah, like...
She'd be like, "You want to see my fucking gooch?"
Yeah, you want to see another puppy I saved? Yeah. It was wild.
I would have pulled my pants down and been like I say this a lot, but just to be able to memorize one verse.
Of what? Of an Eminem lyric?
No. Just one, like, sentence in Latin. Keep a straight face, pull your pants down, say that in, like, a demonic voice.
Is that how you remember your stand-up?
Yeah, dude. That's what I practice.
I love your Don't Tell set. Made me laugh my dick off.
Really?
Yeah,
Thanks,
dude.
dude.
You're a breath of fresh air in a world of comedy who feel like they got to say something.
Yeah.
It's kind of calling you retarded again, but...
Yeah, I'm like the last. I remember I did a show like last week. This fucking dipshit booker was like, "John, like, what famous comedians are still telling fart jokes?"
Fuck that dude. Fuck that dude.
Only the good ones, dude.
Fuck that dude.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, the guys are like, dude, the world's on fire and you're just going to talk about farts. That's exactly why I'm going to talk about farts. And you ever lit a fart on fire?
Yeah.
Bitch.
You don't know shit, dude.
Well, that's my new hour.
Yeah. Exactly, dude. It's fucked.
I think, I thought that's why
it's getting pretty serious out there, man. I went to, I was at New York Comedy Club just doing a check spot, and like, when you do check spots, no one really looks you in the eyes.
I had to do it for years, brother.
But I wore my Waterboy jersey in there, dude. You know, I walk in and like I'm just like standing there by myself or whatever. And it was like a sold out show. It was like Mark Norman's show.
Yeah.
And like always sells out. Everyone's like, "I want to see Mark." Dude's like famous or whatever.
Yeah, I know Mark.
And yeah, Mark's like, dude, such a nice fucking guy.
Yeah.
Like he'll talk to you and like fucking one of the nicest dudes, but a lot of comics are like such dicks, dude. This guy was like, "Yo, is that a Waterboy jersey?" And I was like, "Yeah, man." And then he just like fucking told me a really long story about how he met Adam Sandler. Mm-hmm. And after he told the story, I was like, "Dude, this is my sister's shirt." And he literally just looked at me and just walked away. And I was like, "Dude, come on, man." Like,
I mean,
like, you ever say something to someone and they just don't even respond? It's like, dude, at least just call me retarded. Like, don't just walk away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I think the idea that, like, that there's comedians in New York where it's like, you can't be silly or you're not a fucking real stand-up.
Yeah.
And that shit I fucking hate.
You got to keep this silly alive, man. Nobody's really, like, that silly anymore.
No, wearing a fucking Bobby Boucher jersey is awesome.
Yeah.
And if anyone's like, you know, it's a cheap laugh or like, it's like, I don't know. Like,
yeah. Well, I think this dude wanted me to, like, I was thinking about it. I think he wanted me to, like, listen to the story about how he met Adam Sandler and be like, yo, dude, that's fucking so cool, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know.
You should have been like that. You should have been like, dude, can you sign my jersey? Adam, and then pretend you're Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
And then I'll suck you off.
Yeah.
Tell
like
you.
shit like that, you got to be able to. Nobody's like shooting the shit like that anymore, really.
I definitely I've gone through stages of like New York will do something to you, stand up in general, where you like when you first moved to New York, you really are your funniest, most authentic self, because you're just trying to make your buddies laugh and shit, and like, you know, and then you come to New York and it becomes so competitive, and like the comics that whatever do well, you feel like you have to like mold your shit and like even your personality, and then you end up being like, you're fine, like you're overly nice because you want people to like you because it's so hard, and then you come back to the other side of that of being like, actually I don't give a fuck. And
yeah, you really are in the movie Split. I've said it a lot, but living in New York's kind of like being in the movie Split.
It's
like a dude with split personalities.
Okay.
You've never seen that?
No.
Oh, dude, it's a fucking good movie. It's wild.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Saying? Yeah, it's just a guy with like split personalities, but it's like excessive, and he like kidnaps a girl and like traps her in a fucking industrial building. But he has like fucking 14 different personalities. And that's how I feel when I talk to people sometimes.
Yeah.
You know? Because like I'll meet them and I'll be like, oh, this was... Most of it's kind of like on the pod. You meet them, you go, oh, this person's chill. And then like you see them out in the streets and they're just like...
Oh.
You're like, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing, dude. It's crazy.
What's an example? Like if you...
I would have to drop names and talk shit.
Oh, shit.
But it is like... it's not like a passive, like... it's like an aggressive...
Of fakeness when you see him on the street. Yeah.
It's like a completely opposite person. They just like act like they don't know you, you know?
The only reason why I could... Oh, shit. Yeah.
It's a lot of like... Because like I'm obviously retarded, so when like serious stuff takes place... Like a lot of people posted about like voting and shit. And I remember like this one chick posted about like voting or whatever. She like took a picture of the ballot. And I wrote to her, I was like, what would happen if I drew a massive penis on that? She just didn't respond.
Yeah.
But that's the type of stuff I would say in person, and people like wouldn't respond to it.
Now, did you have a nice like rapport with her before this, or?
No, not really, no.
So that's, I think, on her still.
Well,
it's still on her.
Yeah.
I don't want you.
No, I'm not saying like she should have responded. But I'm saying, like, that's the type of stuff I would say in person, like, if we were shooting the shit.
Of course.
And people just don't really respond to that well.
Yeah, people don't respond to that well. Also, when they consider it something that's, like, serious, like voting.
Yeah.
How dare you? You know? Especially now where it's, like, women's rights. And you're going to fucking say you're going to draw a penis?
Yeah, man.
It's like, well...
Yeah. At least there are, like, there's some OGs out there, though, dude. A lot of them have been on the pod and shit who are still, like, I think real recognize real, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you see someone, especially online, you know that they're talking about, like, tits and retarded shit, you go, like, oh, thank God. Like, that's what I felt about, like, Tom Segura when I started comedy. I felt like I was the only one who was, like, talking about, like, fucked up shit. And then I saw, like, Tom's special, and I was like, dude, this is such, like, a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And he has a hot wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know Tom pretty well, actually.
Yeah. Oh,
I
really?
went to high school with Tom.
Fuck.
We played football on the same team.
No.
I swear.
Dude, what?
I swear, it's true.
That's crazy.
I know.
Dude, you played football with
He
Tommy
actually wrote
Bono?
me, he wrote me a DM. I don't hear from him often. Like, it's not like one of those things where it's like, and then he helped me, and then I'll fucking...
Yeah.
But,
You were the same class?
he was a year older.
Shit, and he was number 69?
Yeah, and I was number 7. I have a photo of it. I gotta find it. I was literally the size of my own dick now. I was so small.
Oh, wow.
And he was gigantic. He looked like, I told him he looks like he fucking was made out of deli meat back then.
Damn,
he
dude.
was big.
Was he good?
He was pretty good. Like, he clogged the hole. He wasn't Warren Sapp, but, you know, yeah, he was a year older.
He was just fascinated with the number 69.
Yeah, I guess, you know, it's funny because, like, he was always funny. He was very dry and, like, he wasn't the class clown by any means.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like we would sit around the locker room and all, roast each other and shit.
That's fucking sick, man.
Yeah.
But like when you knew him, it was like different because he wasn't obviously like.
Yeah, I don't have any like good like high school stories of Segura, but I do.
If you saw him, like he'd be like,
oh yeah,
like you'd be able to like talk about tits with him and shit.
Yeah, I did his
sick.
pod and shit.
Yeah,
but he DM'd me like 3 days ago, and he said there was a gay guy who's like non-binary, who doesn't believe in gender. He goes, you can't get fucked when you're on the bottom or something. I don't know, some gay like actor or something like, I forget. I'm paraphrasing horribly, but it was just this obviously very gay man with a see-through shirt, and he said that he thought it was me.
Yeah.
And that he's proud of me as well. And I wrote back, well, I wish, because I'd have a stand-up special by now if I was that dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tom, I remember when he was like 23 or something. Mm-hmm. Like I just graduated college and I was back in my small town and smallish town, whatever. And, you know what's annoying? Well, actually, I won't go there. But we were all at my buddy's house, and we were drinking, and he was like, "Yeah, I do stand up," and we were all like laughing about it. Like, yeah, okay, you do stand up in L.A.,
Yeah.
Cut to 7 years later, dude, selling out arenas, or maybe 15 years later. But no, he got after it early. Like he was like 23 when he started.
Yeah.
I didn't start till I was 30. I remember I talked to him before I moved to New York.
So were you like one of the people that was like when he was like, I'm doing stand up, were you like, yeah, I bet, dude?
Yeah, of course. I was like, yeah, dude. All right.
Yeah.
Well, stand up back then, dude, stand up has changed.
Yeah.
Like the idea of being a stand up comedian from where we were from.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, dude, everyone can be a fucking stand up now. All you need,
Yeah. Yeah, like how like
it's way too saturated right now. It's definitely it's definitely going down. Not like the quality or whatever. It's just there's so much product that I think it's hurting the.
I think the influencers are killing it for sure, but at least there's still like some like veteran tit stand-ups. We're still around, I mean, that's cool. I don't take it that seriously anymore, man, Like, I'm just like, dude, whatever happens, happens. Like, I don't...
It's the best way to approach anything in life. It's hard, though, because you moved to New York. You know what I mean? Like, I moved here for a dream. So then you put so much pressure on yourself to succeed.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's changed because it's like, it used to be like barking and like grinding and like people killing themselves and shit, and like an actual grind, and now it's just like influencers who can like just skip the line and fucking But yeah, man, I just feel like, I don't know, dude. Tom was like one of the reasons I like kept with stand up. Like, you know how people try to be like Shane Gillis nowadays? Like for some reason people always think I'm trying to be like Shane Gillis or whatever, and it's like, no, I'm not, just like being myself or whatever.
Yeah.
If there's anyone I've ever tried to be like, it was like Tom.
Yeah.
Like when I was first started, I was like, dude, I literally want to be Tom.
Yeah.
Like, because we would like, he was like the only comedian who I could actually relate to. Like when you see a comedian, you're like, oh, we have the same thoughts.
For sure.
Like Tom was that to me. Dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Fat Tom was like such a legend.
Legend. He was.
I wonder if he gets pissed off about like him losing weight. You know what I mean? Because like people probably miss Fat Tom for sure.
Read his comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. People hate when you get in shape and get your life together if they know you when you're a fucking fat slob.
Yeah, and he's just crushing it.
I'm sure there's fucking some guy looking at your jacked body now and they're thinking about your fat, fucking stupid, morbidly obese 14-year-old tits and be like, where's this guy?
Yeah. But I mean, he probably would have
Guatemalan style.
Well, you think Tom would have died if he stayed like...
Would he have died? No. I don't know. He's only like 47.
Well, like completely normal, like that special, like...
Yeah.
He was packing tits, dude.
Dude, I loved his jokes about I love it. It was funny. I told him, I was like, I loved your fucking old shit, and like not meaning I don't like your new shit, but like I still think like his material actually did like make me like, cause I didn't get into stand up until 7 years after he was doing. And he already had a couple, at least CDs out, albums out.
Dude, his fucking. I think I've said this before, but I was like opening up for a comedian on the road and just talking about like Tom or whatever, and like he was like, "Yeah, what's your favorite special?" And I was like, "Oh, like Completely Normal." And he was like, "Have you heard his album?" And I was like, "No, I didn't even know he had an album." He just like threw it in on Spotify, and I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, dude."
Which one?
It's the one in Minnesota where he's just he's murdering.
Yes.
He's fucking murdering.
Yes, that's is that cornrows or is that White Girls with Cornrows, or it might have been before that?
Maybe.
Was it the bit about with the midget with the
Mexicans? He's like a Mexican bit about taking shits.
He has a bit too about a midget, like about putting salsa on their head for dips. Yeah.
So funny, dude. He just murders the whole thing.
He was yeah, dude. He was so ahead of the game with the podcasting and shit. No, he's a legend. I mean, no, people definitely, because he leaned, the thing is about Tom, unlike a lot of these comedians that end up making millions upon millions of dollars, and then they like still pretend that they live in a fucking studio and they drive a fucking Camry. He goes, "Oh, no, I'm rich." And then I'll make fun of poor people. But that is like honest, at least somewhat,
Yeah.
And people don't like that.
Yeah.
So that's where he gets a lot of hate.
The poor's thing.
Yeah. And that's where he gets a lot of hate, but he's just being at least he's being a fucking honest about being rich. There's nothing worse than a rich guy pretending to be poor. And there are comedians that do that.
Yeah, dude. It's gotta be tough being rich, man. It's gotta be like being poor is tough, but at least you kind of know, like, what's good. Yeah. Being rich, I feel there's so few rich people, and everyone's out to get you. It's like, it's gotta be tough, man.
There are things about it. I mean, I'm sure, like, if you're sad and you're rich, you're like, it's a mind fuck. Because you go, well, I should be happy because I could buy a Ferrari.
Yeah. I think the saddest part's got to be like, dude, imagine if you got rich tomorrow and people found out. Like, think about how many people would start talking to you. That's got to be the saddest part.
The fakeness?
Like, you'd be like, where were you before? You know what I mean?
With the fame, too.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It still can feel good, even if it's fake.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, I don't know. Yeah, it's tough. But at least you could fucking afford sushi.
Yeah. Well, how, so like if you started when you were 30, so like you made fun of him for starting, and then you started, and then how'd you like.
By the way, by making fun of him, I just kind of.
I know what you mean, but that's like kind of.
How did I get into it?
Like, how did you like rekindle like your friendship with Tom? Like,
it wasn't like you're fucking doing. No, we were just like.
No. I just meant like, how did you reconnect after high school?
How did I just hit him up, I think, on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, yo, I'm starting stand up. And it's like one of those things. I remember I talked to him. I was like in Florida. I started in Florida.
Yeah.
And I might have seen him at some other point because he comes back into town where I was living or where I'm from. And I don't know. I think I just DM'd him and I was like, I called him. I was like, should I move to Chicago or New York? And I was already 30. And he's like, go right to New York. No need to. Because that was back in the day where you're like, get good somewhere else before you go to it. That's unheard of now.
Yeah.
But that was the idea. I was like, well, maybe I should go because I have family in Chicago. And I thought I wouldn't be as overwhelmed,
Yeah.
And he's like, go straight to New York.
It's good advice, man.
Yeah, it was good advice. And then the other thing he advised me is he said, and it sounds kind of like whatever, you've heard it before, but like it's going to take you, I guess you did 10,000 hour kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like it's going to take you years and thousands of times of going on stage just to be who you are already.
Yeah.
Which that is so fucking true. I mean, some people it's easier to be yourself on stage. I don't know, some people don't really have a choice because they're not even smart enough to fake it. Like sometimes I see people and they're like so authentic, but they're not good, but they are themselves, you know?
Yeah.
But that was really good advice. And like the quicker you get to just being yourself on stage, I think the better you'll be.
Yeah.
And not only, and it's not just about like, oh, you'll fucking be more famous or you'll get more viral or anything like external. Internally, you'll feel better about who you are because you're being authentic and yourself.
Yeah.
And because the worst thing that can happen is like, this is such a funny thing because when I started, I did a character named Andy Shallows, and I had a mustache. Not like before mustaches were more ironic even 14 years ago.
Yeah.
But I had a mustache and I wore my grandpa's clothes and I had my grandpa's fedora hat and I had a Wookiee that played slide guitar.
So you were playing like an actual character.
Yeah, and a slide guitar, and I would do one-liners with the Wookiee playing guitar.
Man, dude.
It was fucking dope. I could show it to you on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I was 1,000% not myself.
Yeah.
And then he gave me that advice, and the Wookiee left the band. He ended up addicted to pussy and heroin a little bit. And you know how that goes.
I know how that goes, man.
Also, he had to put the Wookiee costume on to just do an open mic in Florida, so he was sweating his dick off in there. Yeah. So anyways, I dropped the Wookiee and I started, and still like I fucking, for years I still wasn't, and then you come to New York, I don't know, it's just very hard to be authentically yourself, and I think like I'm finally doing it. Although the more you do it, the more you get in your head, like it doesn't go away, that anxiousness, that feeling that
I wish I knew that like when I started.
That it doesn't go away, or that to be yourself.
The 10,000 hours thing.
Yeah.
Like that makes so much sense, but also it's like I think New York's just like different, man. Like it's people are so good here.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, you have to like put in the like cuz I go back to like Boston and stuff and like Rhode Island, and I'm not like shitting on those places, but it's like it's hard to get good there.
Yeah.
Cuz like the talent pool is it's not as good as it is here, obviously, because these are like the best comedians in the world.
Yeah.
But it's also like I think like in New York, if you're not being yourself, like crowds are gonna let you know.
Yeah.
In a way, like they can tell that you're not being like authentic. But yeah, dude, that took me so long. Like probably this year was the first year where I was like, damn, dude, I feel like I'm actually like opening it up, like being able to say like fuck my little ass on stage.
Yeah.
Like that takes years to.
It is funny. It is weird to think like your authentic self is making a fart joke.
Yeah.
Which you would think would be hacky and not authentic, but it is really what you find funny. So it's like, I don't know. It's like, anyhow.
It just takes time, man.
You know?
It
does take time with anything in life. Like, no matter what you do. But yeah,
like you said, man, like it's just like, at the end of the day, I don't really stress about the whole influencer thing because it's like you said, they're going to do like one headlining gig and just fucking bomb their tits off.
Yeah.
Like
it is so funny where we're at in this podcast versus how we started.
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
No, not just time-wise, just like how much we talked about cum.
Yeah, it's an emotional roller coaster, man.
Yeah, it really ends. It's so funny because it's so silly, and then it's just two guys being like, you ever get sad when you do I'm just trying to be myself.
Yeah, just trying to be authentic, dude.
We're like, dude, you ever suck your own dick through fucking... Have you ever titty fucked yourself while sucking your own Magic Johnson cum so you don't get AIDS?
Yeah, it definitely throws you for a loop,
But,
man.
you ever get... Yeah. No, but, you know, it's... Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that'll be a good place to end, man.
Yeah, I think, though, we should play golf.
You should, man. Yeah, no, I'll have you on the Comedians Who Golf once I get it up and running.
This was fun. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming, dude. It's good to sit down with you, bro. Yeah, where can people follow you?
Oh, just my Instagram, pretty much. Andrew T. Collin is my Instagram. And my YouTube, I got a podcast called Puddles. And
is that like a pussy reference?
It honestly is.
Yeah.
Because one girl, one time, wrote me that I make her puddle in her panties.
Damn.
And I ran with it.
Fuck yeah, man.
And then I found out there's a clown, a funny clown named Puddles, and he was very angry at me. And I was like, dude, I'm just naming it because of this one girl, wet pussy.
Yeah.
I'm not I had no idea you existed.
Fuck, man.
Fucking bitch.
Best of both worlds, though, dude.
Yeah, having a clown mad at you and wet pussy.
Yeah, dude.
It's the
It's living the dream, man.
It's just myself. I'm just being myself.
But yeah, thank you for coming, bro.
Hell yeah.
We'll get out golfing soon. Thank you guys for listening.